Oh, it's so wonderful. I'd never have dreamt this possible in 1996 when I came to Goa for a 2-week holiday. And that was to recover from 10 years driving aid trucks in and out of Eastern Europe. I know from the time we're born, God has got a purpose for our lives. But sometimes He doesn't tell us until we're old. So girls and boys, keep listening for God to talk to you. Now when I came to Goa, I went to a hotel in Camden, and I didn't have a very nice bedroom. And I looked out of the window at the back of the hotel, and there I saw some poor little children living under plastic sheets and eating out of the dustbins. And I was very troubled. And I'd already come out of third world. And I thought, what am I doing here? And I didn't know what to do, so I asked lots of questions about the children on the streets. And in India, the children who had nobody to look after them. And then in a couple of days, I was walking along to Camden Beach early in the morning to have my prayer time and to speak to Jesus. And as I was praying, God gave me a vision to open homes for the less fortunate children who needed our help. When I had that vision, I thought I had sunstroke. I never thought God would give me this wonderful opportunity to have my life used like this at age 50, all those years ago. Now the vision, I was doubtful. So I said, Father, if it's from you, you're going to do 3 things for me. The first, I said, you've got to give me the strength to do this work. And I think you all agree, God has given me energy, unbelievable energy. The second thing, I asked him to bring the right people to help me. And you all agree, the right people are here. Yeah. Matthew, Julia, the team. He has provided. And then I asked for a confirmation that it was from upstairs and not my head. Okay, I go on to the beach that day. I didn't tell anybody. And I go into a beach shack. And there I find a young man called Michael, who is here today. Hello, Michael. And he was reading a Bible the same as mine. And that Sunday he came to my hotel on old Thomas's motorbike. I mean Thomas's old motorbike. Held together with string and sellotape and wire, and took me to his church. And at the end of the meeting, the pastor, who turned out to be Matthew, asked me to speak to his congregation, all 34 members. And I think Nancy was there and 1 or 2 others. And I spoke to San Antonio. In fact, he was the first one that I really trusted with this vision. I don't know why, but he was. And Matthew said to me, God had given him a vision 2 years before. Somebody would be coming from England to help him. And all my hairs went woof. And I knew that was the confirmation that God had given me. Now the next day, Matthew took me into the slums. So here we are in the Karazada slum, and I met many of the first children that have come to us. We started a slum school, and 2 of the teachers from our church was Fatima and Maria. I don't know if they're here. I'm hoping. Fatima, are you here? Give me a wave. Somewhere. I hope you're here. And we started the school. The local slum dwellers built the building. They didn't even ask going back, I'm going to put a tenant in my house, I'll come back and find somewhere to live. And he said, in our culture, we always have the granny living with us. So I've been a headache to them ever since. So, the first Victory House. We know it's difficult to have orphan children in a rented accommodation. And Vernon and I went all around on Vernon's bike and we found this building because two ladies in the church who were on holiday said they were going to lease it to us for 2 years. And this is the Victory House in Vagator, and we had it 2 years, very happy years. Agnello's father was there, and the staff. None of us really knew what we were doing, but we survived. And here are the first group of children, and I'm sure many of you will recognise who is there. The next one is with the staff, and Matthew and Julia, looking very slim and trim. The uniforms, they started going to the local school. We were able to get birth certificates for them. Things were moving, it was exciting times for us. And we never stopped praising and thanking the Lord for making this possible. And then the first visitors came. Up until then, every child who was asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? All the boys said a pastor, and all the girls said a nurse, because Matthew was a pastor and I was a nurse. And Julia was very busy with Tasha, who'd just been born. Here is a wonderful man called David Orleans. He's a captain of Thomas Cook, and they have been sponsoring my flights to Goa all these years and taking excess baggage, and I'm really, really blessed to have them. The very first visitor. And after that, all the boys wanted to be airline pilots and aircrew. And here we are, the very first home that we purchased. I was able to do some fundraising in the UK, giving slideshows and talks, and raised enough money with donations to buy Shekinah House. And it was so overcrowded because we had all the boys and girls together and all the furniture from the original Victory House, and then we had to do more and more fundraising to try for another house. Here, another picture of Shekinah House with more of the children. It was an amazing time for all of us. And now we have Rainbow House. And here is the very horrible dull uniform that those poor children had to wear. And thanks to Julia and her artistic eye, we have a super uniform for our Shantiniketan children. Thank you, Julia, for giving these children brightness in their life. We also had the second Victory House. I'm sorry, I don't have a photo of it, but that was bought and the children moved in, and we had part of it as our Shantiniketan school. Now, I know none of this would have been possible with just men and women doing it. This is the work of God. Loving, caring, sharing. Our Father that loves these little children. I couldn't think of any other scripture than Genesis 1, verse 1, in the beginning. Thank you.
Thank you, Anita Mother. It's wonderful to hear God's faithfulness. Now is the time for testimonies. We have some testimonies to glorify God. How, through El Shaddai, their lives are blessed. We have with us Lakshman, Ramesh Chauhan, and Suresh Chauhan. And Meeru, Tamil. Can I request you to please come and share your testimony?
Hey, come on. Go up on the stage. Go up on the stage. Maybe stay on the last stage. Yeah.
Good afternoon, church.
Bravo.
I'm Lakshman here. First of all, I'd like to thank Pastor Matthew for giving this opportunity. I was in Elchidai when Elchidai started in 1997, but I came in Elchidai in 1998, and we had lots of fun. And every Elchidai children knows what about this. And I would especially like to thank all the staff and Pastor Matthew, Julia, Vidhi, and the mother, and Bernal sir, and Philip, and Vilda, Fatima. All these were they came in our life and they changed our life totally. And I finished my education, I finished my graduation in El Shaddai. So El Shaddai was a family for me. Every now and then, whenever I'm in trouble, they always help me. So that's it. So thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Ramesh, and I grew up in El Shaddai. I came to El Shaddai at the age of 7. I was a bit naughty, I remember. And one day I got caught in school by flirting with girls. I still remember. And Julia really caught me, and I remember the things she gave. Everything because of your correction, your counseling that could help us to move a step ahead. Thank you very much. I would love to thank for gorgeous and beautiful Anita mother that she delegates a hard work and at the flea market, at the beach, because of your hard work that we could move ahead. Thank you, and I'm at this level. And I still remember when my father got expired, and I was in Agradi, and Dada had come to a place to visit, and I was not ready to come back to El Shaddai, and he picked me up and bought me. I even bite his hand because I was not ready to come. Thank you, Dada, for bringing me back to El Shaddai. Because of that, I could have this mic in my hand. And thank you for all the staffs and for the there with me and grown up with them, and they help us to grow up and in godly way. Thank you very much. And all the sponsors and all the volunteers that have been helping us with El Shaddai, thank you very much. And lastly, I would love to thank for all of you keeping the El Shaddai in prayer. Without your prayer, it would not be possible. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Have a great day.
Good afternoon, church. I'm Suresh, again with them. And I really want to thank God for this opportunity firstly. And I really appreciate the work that Anita Mother, Pastor Matthew and Julia Didi have put on, and the process we went through and what we are today is everything because of El Shaddai and Anita Mother, Pastor Matthew and Julia Didi. I remember when we stepped into El Shaddai, the old Victory House, 1998 we came, and we were living in that rented house, and we were grouped, and Anita Mother, Julia Didi, and everybody, all the staff. I remember Fatima teacher, Vilda teacher, and Uncle Eugene was there, Varnan sir was there. These people actually, molded us and taught us. In the beginning, you won't believe me, but I didn't know English, I didn't know Hindi, no Konkani, nothing. I just knew one language, and I was really struggling in the beginning. But today I'm talking English in front of you, sharing a testimony just because of El Shaddai and 3 wonderful blessed people. I'm really thankful and grateful for the work I've done. whenever we all big boys, like whoever grew up in the first batch, when we sit and we talk, we really remember these things, like the past memories. And we really, when we talk the past memories, and we are really grateful for all the people. Like really grateful. I really don't have words to express how grateful I am. To be honest with you, like, anyway, right now, like in society, when you go out, and when I say like I'm from El Shaddai, and I'm grown up in a charity, and I was charity, and Pastor Matthew, Anita, Mother, and Julia Didi. I've been like blessed my life, and whatever I am today is because of them. I really want to thank once again for all the people who are involved in the process and who are involved in molding us and to become what we are today. And thanks for everyone. Thanks, Pastor.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Neetu, and I'm very much thankful for El Shaddai because they are the one who brought me. They gave me a good future, and just because of them, now I am in this. Before, when I came, I didn't know English, I didn't know Hindi, and I used to know only one language, that is Lamani. And I was not able to read, I was not able to do anything. When I came new, I was just giving bad words. So I learned not to give bad words, and